Hi guys, it's me, LPS Kitty, but you guys can call me Sugar in the comments instead of you needing to type in all that. So today we are on my phone. Yes, my phone. If you guys didn't know I had a phone, you guys are just stupid. Just kidding, I would never say anything like that to my fans, because I do not want hate. Anyway, let's go on with it. Stitch is just like, I can't be bothered with life. Anyway, Stitch is cute, he's hanging, and I have no idea what we're doing today. Just amazing. Let's just roll with it. If I find any videos, we're gonna watch them. Oh. Yep. Let's pause this. Okay guys, I have found a video. We are gonna watch Something Scary, Vol 4. Or after Vol 4, I've watched the rest of the other ones, so we're all good. And then we'll watch Vol 7, because I haven't watched that yet. I will watch the If you guys haven't watched Vol Something Scary, you can go subscribe to them. It's easy to type in. It actually gives me goosebumps sometimes. And I'm gonna have it there. Also subscribe to Story Booth. They're actually really cool as well. And yeah.
Who is this? Parents would like to forget. You need to know who our parents really are before they come home. I don't believe you. Can you hear me singing? Oh God.
This isn't part of it, just saying. This is just an ad.
How I'll find that song. Sounds so familiar. Would you like to know the truth?
If you're wondering what, I'm drinking juice and it's fizzy juice and it got in my eye. Sore.
Sapphire. Something scary. Have you ever played the infamous one-man hide-and-seek? Or owned a toy that hosted a spirit? What about Three Kings? Or Devil's Mirror? This volume is often games until someone gets hurt. Stories about people who've played around with the supernatural. Stories about playtimes gone wrong. Our first chapter comes from Brooklyn, who owns a very unique stuffed bear. When Brooklyn was about 3 years old, she was diagnosed with a very serious heart problem. Doctors were always in a panic, horrified that death would come any day. Brooklyn would constantly overhear nurses talking about how worried they were about a little girl. She thought that they might have been talking about her, but Brooklyn's mom calmed her down and reminded her that there were lots of patients in the hospital. Though it didn't help that whenever her nurse came into her room, her eyes were red and wet, like she had just been crying. It always made Brooklyn nervous. What was wrong? The night before Brooklyn was to undergo surgery, she asked her nurse, "You're always crying when you come in my room. Why?" The nurse froze. She slowly bent down and whispered in her ear, "You'll understand when you see her." At the time, Brooklyn didn't know what that meant. The surgery was a success, and Brooklyn now had a new heart. Being a young girl, she couldn't quite get grasp the gravity of what she had gone through. It didn't to her mind where this new heart had come from. Alive and well. Before she left the all stuffed bear and told her to take care of it. Years had passed, and Brooklyn, she loved to draw and with cute and happy characters like Winnie the Pooh and Dora the Explorer. But one day, while she was drawing, she heard a voice. It wasn't malevolent or scary, but rather calm and peaceful. "It makes me happy when you make art." It was faint, but Brooklyn knew that the voice was coming from the bear. but there's no doubt in her mind that there was a spirit living inside of it that wanted to be her friend. Her name was Rosalita, and she would talk to Brooklyn all the time, and Brooklyn would talk back. The problem was that no one else could hear Rosalita. Brooklyn's parents became concerned that their daughter was always locking herself in her room and talking to herself. But Brooklyn didn't care. Rosalita had become her friend. Brooklyn continued to structure for her to make her happy. And Brooklyn believes that Rosalita helped her become a better artist. Rosalita would guide Brooklyn's hand on the paper. It was like she was part of her. But Rosalita became tired of childish drawings. "You need to make real art," she said. She told Brooklyn to walk outside into the yard where she found bones of a dead mouse. "Turn it into art," Rosalita said. "Bring it to its death." So Brooklyn took the bones and glued them on a piece of paper, with Rosalita instructing her each step of the way. She hung it on her wall, and to this day, it's still there. It always made parents uncomfortable, so they would always try and take it down. But whenever they would take it down, they would get sick the next day, and Brooklyn would hang it back up. Did Rosalita have something to do with that? For the most part, Rosalita was always sweet and kind, but there was something odd that happened a few times that concerned Brooklyn. Their first family dog died suddenly. Brooklyn was heartbroken. Rosalita, however, was the opposite. "Now we can spend more time together." And in the span of a few weeks, other family members' dogs unexplainably passed away. Did Rosalita have anything to do with that? Brooklyn is now 19 years old and still speaks to the stuffed bear that hosts Rosalita's spirit. "Do you remember the nurse who gave this bear to you?" "Yes, I do. She was my mom. She was always crying because I wasn't doing well. I was staying in the same hospital as you." "Did anyone ever tell you where your heart came from?" "No. You are my art. Your life brought me to my death." Brooklyn began to cry. "Thank you so much. You're so important to me." "But," Rosalita continued, "on your 21st birthday, I have to go." "What do you mean?" "I have to move on." "Oh, why?" Rosalita paused. "I just have to go. I'm bringing your heart with me." "Does that mean that I'll..." Rosalita didn't say another word and didn't answer Brooklyn whenever she brought it up again. What did Rosalita mean by that? Guess she'll find out in 2 years. A very special thank you to Brooklyn in Missouri for sharing your story and photos with me. Our next chapter, Creepypasta, written by Perfect Circle 35. During my childhood, my family was like drop water in a vast river, never remaining in one location for long. We were living in a house just outside the metropolis of New Vineyard, Maine. Population 643. The day after my 5th birthday, I came down with fever. The doctor said I had mononucleosis, which meant no rough play and more fever for at least another 3 weeks. It was horrible timing to bedridden.
Sorry guys if you keep hearing noises. It's me because I feel sick. Yeah, if that makes any sense. I've got blocked nose and everything.
I
actually forgot that I was recording, so yeah.
And those nights were already packed with boxes, leaving my room barren. My mother brought me ginger ale and books several times a day, and these are the function of being my primary form of entertainment the next few weeks. Boredom always loomed just around the corner. I don't exactly recall how I met Mr. Whitemouth. I think it was about a week after I was diagnosed with mono. My first memory of the small creature was asking him if he had a name. He told me to call him Mr. Whitemouth because his mouth was large. In fact, everything about him was large in comparison to his body. His head, his eyes, his crooked ears, but his mouth was by far the largest. He looked kind of like a Furby.
Furby? What's a Furby?
You know, the toy. The little robot with the big ears. You can pet and feed them almost like a real pet.
Oh, you don't need one of those. They're not the same as having a real friend.
I remember Mr. Widemouth disappearing every time my mother stopped by to check in on me.
I don't want your parents to see me because I'm afraid they won't let us play anymore.
The third or fourth morning after I met him, he greeted me with a large smile on his face.
I have a new game you can play. We have to wait until after your mother comes to check on you because she can't see us play it. It's a secret game.
After my mother delivered more books and soda at the usual time, Miss Widemouth slipped out from under the bed and tugged my hand.
We have to go to the room in this hallway.
I objected at first, as my parents had forbidden me to leave my bed without their permission, but Mr. Widemouth persisted until I gave in. The room in question had no furniture or wallpaper. Its only distinguishing feature was a window opposite the doorway. Mr. Widemouth darted across the room and gave the window a firm push, flinging it open. He then beckoned me to look out at the ground below. We were on the second story of the house, but it was on a hill, and from this angle the drop was farther than 2 stories due to the incline.
I like to play pretend up here. I pretend that there's a big soft trampoline below this way jump. If you stand high enough, you bounce back like a feather. I want you to try.
I was a 5-year-old with a fever, so only a hint of skepticism darted through my thoughts as I looked down and considered the possibility. It's a long drop, I said.
But that's all part of the fun. It wouldn't be fun if it was only a short drop. If it were that way, you may as well just bounce on a real trampoline.
I toyed with the idea, but the realist in me prevailed. I don't know if I have enough imagination. I could get hurt. Mr. Mouth's face contorted into a snarl, but only for a moment.
If you say so,
He said. He spent the rest of the day under my bed, quiet as a mouse. The following morning, Mr. Widemouth arrived holding a small box.
I want to teach you how to juggle.
He said.
Here's some things you can use to practice.
I looked in the box. It was full of knives. My parents will kill me, I shouted, horrified that Mr. Widemouth had brought knives into my room, objects that my parents would never allow me to touch. Mr. Widemouth frowned.
It's fun to juggle with these. I want you to try it.
I pushed the box away. Knives aren't safe to just throw in the air. Mr. Widemouth's frown deepened into a scowl. He took knives.
Sorry, guys.